Hello again. What's up, everybody? Play some Dragon Age. Maybe. In theory. There we go. So, we are going to abandon the Deep Roots. A, in part because I don't think I'm the right level for it, and B, in part because I don't really feel like doing Deep Roads right now. To be honest. I just don't. Oh, shit. Dropping things aside. Put my blanket. So, we're gonna go. And assuming that I have enough power, which pretty certain I do, we are gonna go rock Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts. Just so everybody's kind of on the same page, you will notice that I am slightly further into this area than I was if you look at the last stream. It's because Sunday night, I think it was Sunday night, I attempted to stream, and the lack of internet was so shitty. Or it even might have been Monday night, but whatever day it was so terrible, I could not. So I did like 2 little quests right here, and basically got to a point where I could save, and then called it a night, and then deleted the stream because it was so bad. It was a oh. You. Why did you not work? Why are you so terrible? Decided that I need another phone or screen, iPad, something. In the fact that I need things to play in the background because I have this thing about not being in quiet rooms. And ooh, I gotta talk to Sarah. Hang with me for just a minute. What is this? Okay, I can do all of that. I think at this point, I'm not ready to go kill the High Dragon yet. Acquisitions, I can go sit in Judgment. Ooh. So something I can do. Go do that. I can go do that. Look at all these things that I can do. Almost like I'm fucking awesome. Oh, and I need to do that too. Okay. So we're gonna go exploring for a hot minute before we go do this. Hey, there's a guard. Nobody in my jail cell. like I'm able to sit in judgment or show these someone in my dungeon. Just saying. Just saying. I feel like that number definitely just went down. So I was at 38 and now I'm back up at 35. Fine. Doink. Alright. Let's proceed. Oh, you have anything for me? Oh, you do.
Planning troop movements now.
I'm trying to imagine what it will look like when we're done. All of this once belonged to the Tevinter Imperium. Andraste changed that, as did the Blights. As for what will come next, I cannot guess the Maker's plan.
We make the world a better place.
Because everyone agrees on what better means. I know I want a world where people trust the Chantry and that trust is respected. I want to respect tradition, but not fear change. I want to right past wrongs, but not avenge them. And I have no idea if my wanting these things makes any of them right.
Even if they're not right, they're certainly admirable.
Some would disagree. They would call it heresy.
That didn't sound like the ravings of a heretic, Cassandra.
Perhaps not. But it takes precious little effort to paint even an act of compassion as damaging. Tell me, what guides you? You make decisions that shake the world, yet always seem so assured. I wish I had your confidence.
Me too.
You almost sound like you admire me.
I absolutely do. I may not always agree with your decisions, but how many could do what you have done? You were a prisoner, accused and reviled, yet you've emerged from every trial victorious. The Maker's grace does not make you immortal. You live or die by your own hand. That is worthy of admiration.
I'm guided by what my conscience tells me.
Your conscience must speak more clearly than mine.
I doubt it, but I do my best.
Think of it. Like Andraste long ago, once again the fate of Thedas will be determined by a woman. It makes me proud to know you.
Aww.
I hope we can call each other friends.
I hope so too. We still have a long road to travel, Inquisitor. Wherever it takes us, I'm glad you're here.
Aww. I love you so much. Over here.
Oh, Bells, it's you. Morris. Sir Morris, I suppose. I am serving as quartermaster for Skyhold and its arriving throngs. Stores are growing, and so long as we have fair coin to restock, you and yours will be well served.
What makes you ideal for this position? It's an important one.
My family has ties to several freehold militias, as well as cousins acting as officers in Ferelden and Orlais.
And your qualifications?
My family holds treaties with 3 new money Tevinter houses, and a rare Orzuma contract with a Paragon namesake.
And your qualifications?
To be honest, your worship, that was my question. I am the nexus of a dozen threads tied by others, designed to cast the widest and most appealing resource net. But I will rise to the occasion. Skyhold will want for nothing. I swear it.
The previous quartermaster survived Haven. Where is she?
She had views. Has views. Perfectly legitimate ones if you share them, Inquisitor.
I don't.
I
Listen,
believe it
you're
was
a
felt that your
fucking traitor.
quartermaster
Piece of
should be
shit.
more palatable now that the Inquisition is in Orlais. She continues to serve, just not at the fore.
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
With Skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for. I think I like this job.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor. We are honored to serve.
We are honored to serve. Okay, so, see? It did say 38. I'm not crazy. I mean, I am crazy, but I'm not crazy about that. Why are you looking? Why are you telling me to do that? Okay, whatever. I don't think I've ever walked into this building while I'm here, by the way. So aware of this.
I wonder what it is that gives Grey Wardens their legendary skill and stamina. I should like to study one. Would that fine fellow I've seen in your company consent to a careful examination?
Perhaps. Should probably go talk to him. Alright, let's go talk with...
Going well, I hope?
What's been going on?
Varric came by to talk. He told me a story about copper marigolds.
Take care.
Wardens harm their own and fall.
Inquisitor.
What's the current mood?
Spirited enlightenment. Also drunk.
What's the word out there?
Well, they once wore, now talks, now fashionable hats. Now they've seen something shiny.
As you were.
Good to see you, boss.
You said we should go get some drinks and meet your company.
Yeah, come on. It'll be fun.
Apparently
Good. We're not drinking alone.
Wicked-eyed, wicked-eyed.
How you doing, creme de la creme?
Your worship. I'm so glad he has someone new to hit with that joke.
I can think of worse places to go with Cremisius.
So can the chief, believe me. He loves his nicknames.
Hey, when I was growing up, my name was just this series of numbers. We all give each other nicknames under the Qun.
They ever wear shirts under the Qun, chief? Or do they just run around binding their breasts like that?
It's a harness, creme.
Yes, for your pillowy man bosoms. Let me know if you need help binding. You could really chisel something out of that overstuffed look.
Did you always know?
Yes. It's not the most fortunate thing to know about yourself growing up in Tevinter, one rung above slavery.
In Kunadar, creme would be an Akunathlak. That's what we call someone born one gender but living like another.
And Kunari don't treat those Akun people any differently than a real man.
They are real men, just like you are.
Maybe your people aren't so bad after all.
Don't get your hopes up, Krem. We still come down hard on the back talk. Anyway, here's the rest of the charges, or what's left of the rest. A lot of them went looking for stronger drinks. We've got Rocky and Skinner there, and over there are Stitches, Dalish, and Grim. Crazy bunch of assholes, but they're mine.
Were you born on the surface, or are you from Orzammar?
Orzammar. I got exiled. Stupid noble crap. Also, I accidentally blew up a bit of the shape rate.
Rocky's one of our best sappers. He can take down enemy fortifications faster than a golem.
I'm also working on my own version of Kunari black powder. I've almost got it.
Yeah, you really don't.
Why aren't you with your clan?
Our keeper thought I should see the world a little.
Dalish don't have Templars, so they can't have too many mages in a clan at once.
Now, sir, you know I'm not a mage. That'd make me an apostate.
You carry a staff, Dalish.
It's a bow.
A bow with a giant glowing crystal at the tip.
Yes, it's for aiming. Old elven trick you wouldn't understand.
I take it you're the company healer.
Yes, first time I ever picked up a sword was when the Blight hit Ferelden. Never put it back down.
He makes a potion that'll put you right back on your feet after even the toughest fight. It tastes terrible, though.
That's because it's a poultice, sir. You're not supposed to drink it.
Ew. Bro, I can't do that. Please enjoy the Judge Judy in the background. Fucking Colleen pissed me off earlier.
So, how'd you join the Chargers?
Killed some people.
Skinner didn't take kindly to nobles testing their new swords on the elves in her alienage.
Bull took me in. Now I get paid to kill shams.
This is actually really good behavior for her. She's not marking her territory or anything.
Grim, is it?
Grim doesn't talk much. I'm pretty sure he's the lost king of some small country, or a chieftain. Something like that.
You've got a good company, Bull.
We do all right.
No man can beat the Chargers, 'cause what hits you where it hurts. Unless you know a tavern with loose cards and looser skirts. For every bloody battlefield will gladly raise a cup. No matter what tomorrow holds, our horns be pointing up.
Thanks for coming by, boss. Glad you could meet some of my team.
I don't know if you're aware of this. Thank you. Freaking love Iron Wolf. One of my favorites.
I'm running drills. They're drinking. And paid better.
Anything we can do? Is that what they want the fate? Thank you.
This wouldn't have happened under the Arl. Pride in the jaw, that's what's missing.
The Arl?
I hear Vashel was good pay for you, Inquisitor. Time to go see if my friends came through too. Got a location for a stash. Hopefully something nice for my trouble. Well, your trouble. Just let me know when you're ready to head out. Be sure to bring your empty pockets.
I'm ready if you are.
Always, yeah? My favorite part, this. Let's go see what friends can get us.
Look at her stupid, icon. God, I don't like her. I don't like her at all. Let me be real with you. I don't even know if we're actually going to get the Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts tonight. We'll see.
Wait, this is weird.
What?
I was expecting a village or something. The people that leave me stuff don't trek out to places like this. Give me a city and I'll give you a tour, but surprise, surprise, I don't know stupid woods or ruins. What's that?
Don't hurt me. Harmond made me do it.
Right, things have gone sour, as they do.
No, it has to go right or he'll kill me for the marching. It wasn't my fault.
You were the one with the rumor out of Vashel. My friend.
You're her. You're the one he's waiting for. It's her. She's here. Red Jenny.
Aww.
Inquisitor was personally involved. This is a tragic misunderstanding. Let's all sheath our swords, you walk out, and we'll conduct this like business.
Don't believe this pissbag. He started it.
There. That wasn't so hard, was it? We identified the confusion, and we worked past it. I'm Lord Pelharmond. I do hope, Inquisitor, that you continue to respond to reason. After all, your choice of company is hardly virtuous.
Freaking user, you are. Another noble prick who punches down.
We're the same, you and I. Well, that is overstating it. You are nothing like me. But we both need people.
You want to talk now, but Sarah's my ally. You attacked her friends.
Come now. You know how much her meddling cost me. Because apparently you were complicit. Honestly, previous to this very moment, I thought you'd also been tricked by these red jennies. You're of noble birth, and as Inquisitor, you are more than a peer. I attacked them on behalf of us both.
Arse biscuit.
Quite. Inquisitor, Herald, I don't want to be your enemy. I'm barely invested in being hers. If you are willing to recognize an opportunity, we could be exceptional partners.
You were up to something in Vishel, Harmond. What was it?
If you mean bettering my wealth and position, I'm always seeking that.
By getting people hurt?
Lady Shell Morveau and I were jockeying for the land south of Vershel. To claim land, you must populate it. My people encouraged hers to leave. Her people answered in kind, etc. Really, it was all terribly standard displacement until your troops seemed to change the balance. Well played.
Stop talking to him. Really, just stop it.
The servants you killed, they did nothing except talk about what was going on.
You killed my contacts. My friends.
That is entirely true.
Well, that should be that then.
You're the one who empowered them, made their complaints a threat. Perhaps you should have warned them about talking to you.
Tell the snot splash no already. Not saying again.
Now what was the point of that?
Mother puss bucket, friggin' bastard, shitebag pissface. Eat it, you lop-eared son of an arsenal, rotten
Sarah!
piece of...
Sarah!
What?
He's done. You're done. Relax. It's over.
Pisshead. Friends, Inquisitor. Better than his lot any day. Hey, you. Know what? Thanks. Felt good to stomp the smile off that pisshead's face. It doesn't go bad like that often, yeah? But when it does, they deserve it.
Risky, but keep it within the Inquisition and I'll support you.
Even though this puckered around us?
Even so.
Well, good then. Right, what do you mean? Because I am really not used to that acceptance thing you're doing right there.
We'll have some differences, but I want to be one of your friends.
You're pretty big to be one of my contacts. Important, I mean, not fat. But all right, Inquisitor. You're on my good side. We'll see if it lasts.
Hey, Sutherland.
I hope I can help somehow. Maybe cleaning.
Okay.
What do you need? Hey, you need me?
Nope.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
I don't know why it's telling me that Iron Bull has a thing for me. I'm going to actively ignore it for the moment then. I think. Shit, isn't Holt there too? Did I miss Holt? Where is Holt?
From Haven's Spire come we, the able true,
To Skyhold now.
we rally with our hero.
Born anew. Inquisitor, there's none as brave as she. It writes itself.
At least it seems it.
He was dead the whole time. He didn't know.
How would you like to get out of here? Maybe do something fun?
I don't know. I've never tried.
Come on.
What are we doing?
Inquisitor, you honor us with your presence. May I bring a sampling of fine cheeses for you and your guest?
I don't eat.
Well then, just a bottle of a fine Ghislaine White to start. Please enjoy your meal this evening, your worship.
He saw me. They all see me.
I'm glad you've allowed them to.
I don't know if I did. I find people when their pain leaves them open. I ease the pain. I leave, they forget. That was enough for me. Now they remember, and I'm not sure...
Cole?
There was a mage named Reese at the Spire. He was one of the few who could see me. He was my friend. My only friend for a long time. Evangeline showed me that Templars could be kind, but even she...
Cole, if this is troubling, we don't have to talk about it.
Gentle. You watch me walk into darkness over and over, and you always worry. Thank you. But this isn't about them. It's about... When I found out I wasn't human, when I grew, I lost Reese. I lost my only friend. That's why I was scared about letting all these people see me. That's why I laughed.
You're covering the fear with laughter.
No. This world taught me that changing means losing your friends. But now I know that doesn't have to be true. I have enough self to know that what I felt was foolish. Isn't it wonderful?
It's another good step, Cole.
I might like being human. What do you think I'll learn next?
Person. Go me go. Part of the reason I love Cole is that in the big Pathfinder campaign that Doug ran for us, Long Forgotten Sons, there was this NPC, his name was Cole. He was a cousin of our character, and he was goofy and sweet and sarcastic and just this perfect pain in the ass. Just one of those NPCs that you just can't help but love. It love a boy?
There you are.
Were you waiting for me?
Yes. I mean, no.
I can come back later if you'd prefer.
No. Please stay. We have some dealings in Ferelden. I was hoping you might accompany me. When you can spare the time, of course.
Is something wrong?
What? No. I would rather explain there, if you wish to go.
I believe there's time now.
I will make the necessary arrangements.
Where are we?
You walk into danger every day. I wanted to take you away from that, if only for a moment. I grew up not far from here. This place was always quiet.
Did you come here often?
I loved my siblings, but they were very loud. I would come here to clear my head. Of course, they always found me eventually.
You were happy here.
I was. I still am.
It's beautiful.
The last time I was here was the day I left for Templar training. My brother gave me this. It just happened to be in his pocket, but he said it was for luck. Templars are not supposed to carry such things. Our faith should see us through.
You broke the Order's rules. I'm shocked.
Until a year ago, I was very good at following them. Most of the time. This was the only thing I took from Ferelden that the Templars didn't give me. Humor me. We don't know what you'll face before the end. This can't hurt.
I'll keep it safe.
Good. I know it's foolish, but I'm glad.
Can you hear my heart just melting? Pooling into an emotional, just how much do I freaking love you guys? Alright. Ooh, actually, where are we at inventory-wise? I can't use you yet? So lame. Well, I think anybody else uses this. No. I was like, ooh, you're better. I can buy the axe of the dragon out there. Ooh. Oh, I think I have enough money to go buy that stupid thing in Valroyo. Valroyo? Okay. Football.
Something on your mind?
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Stable. Not anything? No. Hey, let's go the back way.
Inquisitor!
What happened here?
The House of Repose decided to pay a visit. The guards arrived in time, but I should have guessed the assassins would infiltrate the servants.
Are you sure they didn't hurt you?
They only frightened me. It was all so sudden. Leliana assigned people to shadow me. They appear to have saved my life. I owe you everything, Sergeant.
Only my duty, Ambassador. I'll talk with the spy master about these murderous louts. She'll find how they got in.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's the next favor we need?
We need a judge of the Royal Court.
I got you. I want to go do.
Inquisitor.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you. You're just in time. We almost had to start without you.
What exactly were you starting without me now?
Oh, it's one of my favorite cutscenes. I'm so excited.
I found her, Ruffles. Deal her in.
I do hope I recall the rules. It's been ages since I've played a game of Wicked Grace.
Grab a seat. We're ready to start.
Are we playing cards or what?
Are 3 drakes better than a pair of swords? Ugh, I can never remember.
Seeker, remember how I said, don't show anyone your hand? That rule includes announcing it to the table.
There's a crown on his head, but a sword too. His head didn't want either.
Don't talk to the face cards, kid.
You seem to have enough people. I have 1,000 things to do.
Losing money can be both relaxing and habit-forming. Give it a try.
Curly, if any man in history ever needed a hobby, it's you.
Dealer starts. Oh, I believe I'll start at... Oh, 3 coppers. Do you think that's too daring? Maybe I'll make it 1. No. Boldness. 3 it is.
Seriously, who starts at 3 coppers? Silver or go home.
Sounds good. I'm in.
Bolder the better, right? I'm in.
Me too. Well, are you in?
I'm in, and raising another silver.
You haven't even looked at your cards.
Well, our illustrious leader is betting we're bluffing.
You are bluffing.
The poor recruit ran out into the dining hall in nothing but his knickers. And this profound silence fell over the hall as 70 mages and 30 Templars all turned to stare at once. Then a slow round of applause began and spread until every soul was on their feet. A standing ovation.
What did he do?
Saluted, turned on his heel, and marched out like he was in full armor.
He did not.
Good man.
You're shitting us.
That's how you know it's true. I could never put that in a book. Too unlikely.
I've got one for you. Firstly, my aunt is known across the Free Marches for her love of Antivan opera. So, of course, when a performance of The Murder of Queen Madrigal opened, she made us all attend. My aunt refused to speak to me for 3 months.
Not bad. You don't mind if I steal that one, do you?
Well done. You ought to tell stories more often.
I like the part with the rabbit. There should be more rabbits in stories.
That was scandalous. It would ruin the Inquisition if anyone found out. Tell it again. And the dealer takes everything. I win again.
Deal again. I've figured out your tells, Lady Ambassador.
Commander, everyone knows a lady has no tells.
Then let's see if your good fortune lasts one more hand.
I want another chance to win my dignity back. Deal me in.
Don't say a word, dwarf.
I tried to warn you, Curly.
Never bet against an Antivan, Commander.
I'm leaving. I don't want to witness our commander's walk of shame back to the barracks.
Well, I do. It comes off. I didn't know it came off.
I'm glad you decided to join us tonight. It's too easy to mistake you for the Inquisitor.
I enjoyed this.
See? That's what I mean. It's easy to forget you're not just an icon or symbol. Like those statues of Andraste holding bowls of fire. At least it is for me. You up for another game when this is all over, Inquisitor?
I wouldn't miss it.
Good. It'll take me a while to talk Cullen into it. Maybe I'll work the revenge angle.
Who's that? Did I win?
Yeah, hands down. One of my favorite cutscenes. I'm pretty sure that that happens in first person next to Cullen. I'm gonna do that. And then I will start Wicked Eyes with her, I promise.
Josephine wants to know what day I was born.
That's what she said, sir.
I don't see why that...
She said it was important, sir.
It's already passed. It's good to see you.
May I ask you something?
Always.
You've mentioned siblings. With everything that's happening, do you know if they're all right?
I've received word from my eldest sister. She was always good at tracking me down. South Reach has experienced the same chaos as everywhere else. My family is fine. Pray they remain so.
Your sister tracked you down. She didn't know where you were.
I let her know I was in Haven. She assumed I survived. It's not the first time. I may have neglected to tell her when I was transferred to Kirkwall.
Why?
I wasn't in a good state. I wanted only to leave. I received an angry letter about my disappearance 2 years later. For all her reprimands, it was a relief to hear from someone who knew me before the Blight.
You still regret the man you became after leaving Ferelden?
After the Ferelden Circle, I thought all mages were like the ones there. Knight Commander Meredith's methods were harsh, but they kept people safe.
Do you think Templars should cease to exist?
No. I may have chosen to leave that life, but I respect those who remain. Magic ungoverned could tear the world apart. It's doing so now. Templars are trained and able to confront such dangers.
What would you suggest?
Some call the Circle a prison that can only breed resentment. Perhaps opportunities to work outside the Circle. A mixed military service or healers' clinics with Templar support. And there must be a safer way for Templars to leave. Templars can lose their memories to Lyrium. Some call it a gift, to forget the failed harrowings, the demons. Some atrocities haunt me still. But to lose what good I can recall, I nearly lost my mind once. It is no gift.
Do you think that could work? Would people accept it?
Mages would be watched, but could pursue interests outside the Circle. Neither freedom nor prison. I don't know.
The Inquisition won't last forever. What will you do when this is over?
To be honest, I hadn't given it much thought until recently. I'm not used to having so many possibilities.
That's all I wanted to know.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
I don't. Oh, you know what? I could have stayed up there, because I'm pretty sure that leads me straight across where I'm looking to go anyways. Well, this is...
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor. Right. Let's go start this
Inquisitor.
before I... get sucked into too many other things. Oh. Rylan. Sorry.
All right.
Just you.
Let us begin.
Do you? Alright, so I got 50. I can do.
Inquisitor. Our soldiers handled themselves well in Adamant.
We've come a long way since Haven. I fear there's still a ways to go, but we're prepared.
Nope, I'm not going to move the voice right now. Nothing that you got for me, anything? Oh. Can I? Completely off everything. What is this? Oh. Background noise? Background noise? Background noise? Oh. Oh, just yet. Need to do other things. Alright.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala. The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been Emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a Chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halam Shiral into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds. Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but it seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
We shouldn't waste any time. Let's go to the Winter Palace.
Good crack-a-lackin', y'all. Who are we taking? Obviously, we're taking Dorian. I feel like Varric is the best choice. Story-wise, because really, who would you take? You would take... You would take Cassandra, because she's a noble in her own right. Cole is a terrible idea. Vivian would probably do well. I haven't played with Vivian yet. Do I want to play with Vivian? But the answer is not really. It's probably a super terrible thing to say, but no, Dorian, I'm gonna leave you behind. Right? Yeah, let's take them. This may be a terrible choice. Story-wise, it makes the most sense.
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
Look at me all fancy.
Inquisitor Trevelyan, we meet at last. I've heard so much about you. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
I can see many benefits to such an alliance.
Keep the image firmly in mind. We may see it materialize by the end of the evening. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Duke Gaspard. I look forward to ending this civil war.
As do I, my friend. The Empire needs stability and security, now more than ever. If you have the safety of the Orlesian people at heart, Inquisitor, perhaps you will look into something for me. This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
That sounds like something I should look into.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor?
What? Emartia! Don't be absurd!
One of the Trevellians, I've heard.
Pardon me, my lady. Have you seen a ring anywhere? It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
That's a terrible predicament.
If the Countess finds out, make her have mercy. Should you happen upon it, I beg you, let me know. Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Is this the ring you are looking for?
You are a treasure. Enjoy the party.
Can Gaspard take the throne without the backing of the Council of Heralds?
He plans to take it by force. If the Council won't recognize him, then march against him. I am not talking to you until we get home.
Is that the Inquisitor?
Emma. The Maker.
Alright, I have to do this part. Remember the first time I played it? It was fucking awful.
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Is it true the Inquisitor was handed out of the Fade by Andraste?
Why did you do that to me? I never realized that you were... Because... why would I need that?
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
Hey, let's play a game. What the fuck, y'all? Oh, it's because I can't change my equipment. This is fine. It's fine. Not fine.
Foreigners. Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
We're gonna save Austin in this area. I feel like this is one of those things that
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight.
Is it
true the Inquisitor was handed out of the faith by Andraste?
That may not happen right now. That may happen slightly later. Loud noises.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I'm sure you know how to handle most nobility, but the game is nothing like the Free March's intrigues. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
I'll keep my guard up. Don't worry.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Firdiaman.
It might be a good idea for the others to hear this warning. Cassandra is usually not the subtle or cautious type.
I'll have a few discreet words. Everything will be fine. Andraste, watch over us all.
Cassandra might have not done the right call. It's fine. The train has arrived. So goddamn loud.
I heard the Grand Duke invited the Inquisition here.
So this is just the Winter Palace. What's the summer one look like, I wonder?
I need to have this jacket let out a little.
The sooner we go in, the sooner we can get this over with.
I can hardly believe Gaspard and Celine are in the same room.
Grand Duchess
How could the
Florian must
Empress
have worked a
afford to
miracle
renovate the
to get them
palace
here.
with a war going on?
I heard that it wasn't renovations at all. The palace was damaged by Gaspard's catapults.
He fired on the Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
Who does Orzammar favor in the negotiations tonight?
His Majesty King Haramon has made considerable coin supplying the Grand Duke's army through the steel.
How long can Orzammar hold out with trade disrupted?
Not long. The last dispatch said they were rioting in the Diamond Quarter over food shortages.
Orzammar.
Boring.
Oh,
I wish there was more news.
be there yet.
Interesting.
The guest wing is not open to the public at this time, Inquisitor.
My apologies.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Trevelyan, daughter of Ban Trevelyan of Ostwick. Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground.
Remember to smile. This is all for show, my dear.
Champion of the blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais, right hand of the divine. Madame Vivienne, first enchanter of the Circle of Magi, enchanter of the Imperial Court, mistress of the Duke of Ghislaine, renowned author Tharic Dethras. Head of noble house Dethras, Desher of Kirkwall to the Dwarven Merchants Guild, Sir Cullen Stanton Rutherford of Honleaf, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall, Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and left hand of the Divine, and Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day. I am delighted to be here, Your Majesty. We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I've never seen anything to equal the Winter Palace.
We hope you will find time to take in some of its beauties. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Tell me, Yvette, how are Mama and Papa? Are they...
Can you believe the Inquisition filled its ranks with apostates?
You just know that will end badly.
To do more work.
I heard
You
the
always
Inquisition
take her
was here.
side.
I don't take her side. I happen to think, as she does.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them.
Where did you hear such nonsense?
Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
Those stories are little more than wistful thinking, my lady.
Oh, how dull Redcliffe must have been then.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of.
The dancing is so dull, Your Worship, but the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half-Fat Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh, yes. As she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette, stop.
Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
What were they doing in the western approach? It's a wasteland.
I heard Celine was having the entire wing redecorated, but the timing is atrocious.
Why would she do such a thing now?
And here we are. You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared. Well done, my dear.
I've always wondered, what's the Orlesian fascination with masks?
We all wear masks, my dear, not just the people in Orlais. Who you are as a daughter, a lover, a friend are very different people from the Inquisitor and Herald of Andraste. Orlesians codify this truth, make it visible. By giving each of these selves its own separate face, they believe they can be their truest selves, unmasked.
Anything happening I should know?
Cole is behaving even more oddly than usual. Someone should keep an eye on him.
It seems like you enjoy this, Vivienne.
This is the game, Inquisitor. Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead by now.
Any words of wisdom for navigating the ballroom?
Speak to the Council of Heralds. 6 of them are here tonight. The 7th member of the Council is indisposed. His absence will complicate the negotiations. The Council are the highest-ranking players of the game. They see everything. They might know something we can use.
Tell me, Vivienne, where do you want the crown to fall?
What I want is irrelevant, darling. Orlais requires stability, and that is best served by Empress Celine.
Be ready to act when I give the signal.
Always, my dear.
Laurent was the love of my life. You remember my husband? Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
Are you married?
I had hoped to tour the Royal
Not yet,
Wing Gardens
but I am
again.
already
I have
taken.
heard they are the
Still
fondest of
single,
the
then?
Empire. It's such a pity the wing is sealed.
Inquisitor, did you need something? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
I love the fact that she says this while surrounded by people. It's great.
Do you have any advice?
Orlesian social events don't fall within my area of expertise. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
Very handsome.
Who do you think the Inquisition should support?
Gaspard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best option.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Nothing that stands out. I doubt there's a single person here without ulterior motives.
I don't suppose you'd save a dance for me?
No, thank you.
Oh.
No, I didn't mean to... Maker's breath. I've answered that question so many times, I'm rejecting it automatically. I'm not one for dancing. The Templars never attended balls.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
Is that her?
The only one to survive the Temple of Sacred Ashes, yes.
Where has that servant gone?
Are you up to see our tours, Josie?
Always shirking their duties.
Maker, if I have to clean up another part...
Have you heard from your nephew?
They're so darling. I took out my parchment. Not another book of poetry.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
I know she makes you nervous. She makes everyone nervous. She must be in the vestibule. I hope she's in the vestibule at this point.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the Circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Just gossip. Waste of time.
No?
This ball is a waste of time, like all Orlesian foolishness. Let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
Have you witnessed anything noteworthy?
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
You don't seem to care much for the ball.
Orlesians pretend their petty squabbles are a game. Yes, let us treat murder, corruption, and deceit as delightful amusements. How wonderful. We are here to save Empress Celine, and it galls me. Why does she merit our protection? The Empire would be better off without her. Gaspard is the leader Orlais needs in this crisis.
You support the Civil War?
Of course not. Chaos is what Corypheus wants, and we must oppose him. Were it up to me, however, I would let Celine fall and Gaspard take the throne. He would see the true threat, not spend his time throwing balls and writing letters.
Stay alert. We don't know where the enemy is hiding.
I'll be watching for trouble. The sooner we leave this place, the better.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
Interesting.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
I should look around.
This one at least makes it look like I'm staring at the
Good to know.
Gaspard is wasting his time.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
Awfully selfish of this Philippe, running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the Council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
There is blood on the floor, but I'm apparently ignoring it.
You don't want to be here, stranger.
I do, actually.
He hasn't made the pickup. It's been hours.
He went into the servants' wing. Nobody's come out of there all night.
I'll tell Briala we have a situation.
Interesting.
Why is there so much
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own uncle.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of...
Well, well. What's this?
This way is closed. Please, use the main entrance to the ballroom.
Does anyone really think the war will end tonight?
Can't find Liliana. Oh, wait. Is she?
Waste of time.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. How curious.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny?
Have you noticed anything strange this evening?
My niece Florian hasn't spoken to me all evening. That's not like her.
What can you tell me about the Civil War?
If you are hoping for insight, you've come to the wrong man. It's war. It is brutal, and terrible, and sometimes necessary. There's nothing more to say.
Another time, my lord.
No.
Galida Tsuris Yavash.
I still remember the day they came to tell me that my second husband
Look at Lady Cambian's slippers,
from his horse.
trimmed with pearls and emeralds. And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose and you're concerned about buckles on shoes.
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambian's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambian acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
When my third husband, Pierre, lost his life to Rosalia, I swore off marriage forever.
Oh, I think I need to go back down to the servants' quarters. I think.
Is there any progress on the Helmi expedition to Amgarak?
House Dace remains steadfast in blocking all attempts to get into the Tig.
Full heroes. Really wish that there was like more information about what was here. Just kidding. Upper guest wing. No, that's not where I wanna go. Trophy room. Down, perhaps. Ooh, perhaps not.
Prince Ezio Valisti.
I didn't expect the Inquisitor to be so delightful.
I have an idea, Josephine. You should
Are all
invite
the Delanceys here?
Maker, I hope not.
Hey, here's where I needed to go. Right?
Patroness of the painter Ambrose Poirier, and the second cousin of Princess Electra of the House of Alberici in an...
Are all the Delanceys here?
Maker, I hope not.
And paramour to the Duchess.
Is it true the Inquisitor was handed out of the fate by Andraste?
Come on down. You cannot stand about all evening.
Oh,
I'm afraid.
just kidding. Can't go
Thanks.
that way. Can't go that way. Can't go that way.
Where has that servant gone?
Did you just grab my bottom? I'm a weak man. Inquisitor, was there something you needed?
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
No, I just wanted to hear the fact that
Lady Fifi.
Maximilian swept me off my feet.
I gotta be missing something. Like, right? Okay, so already here. Okay, I can't get into the trophy room yet. Search for rankings. Okay, grab 4. And there's nothing here. Where I just was. I'm done.
Gaspard is wasted.
Oh. Da-da-da.
My lady! My lady Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
That's a generous offer.
The Empress believes wholeheartedly that the Inquisition is our best hope for peace in these difficult times.
She looks forward to cementing a formal alliance.
As soon as Gaspard is out of the way.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Can I save? I would like to save. Apparently, no.
Interesting.
We'll stare at the wall.
Boring.
I wonder if Dorian is here, even though he's not in my party.
Does anyone have a report on the casualties in the Dales?
Why do I have to cost 15 points?
Where has that servant gone?
Wait.
Elves, always shirking their duties.
Alright, we're gonna save real quick. cheat just a little, just a little.
For it to end up in the condition that it's in now, it just sucks so bad. A green Camry left me off the road and I tried to make a right, and that's when I crashed. It was catastrophic. It sounded like an explosion. That's why it woke me up. Right now, I'm not responsible enough to have a car of my own. I'm thankful that my car was there because the velocity it would make in my car, if they would have hit the building behind it, it possibly would be here anymore. I'm glad that I wasn't in the car and that my son was in the car. I appreciate her just understanding that I am the victim in this situation, and it's just been hectic and crazy, and I'm just thankful to have some resolution. You know, when I saw that title in that case, it made me think, I should really find my title. I know I put it in a safe place, but I just can't quite remember where that safe place is. But it is a very important document, so yeah, welcome to a senior moment. Yeah. People don't realize that being the owner of
Okay. Oh shoot. Freaking it's you. You. Super worried about it. I have to go super high, but please take longer. Pick this lock, yo. Very nice. Wait. You. Hey, I'm back over here.
Waste of time.
Actually, it wasn't that bad.
I had no idea.
Oh. Ow, 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 my foot, my foot, my foot. It itches.
I don't like that, Grand Duke.
Wait.
Nobody
Gaspard
should
is
own as many
wasting his
houses as
time.
he does.
Nothing he does could win over the council of
Did you hear what Gaspard
Did I
said
see you
to
talking to
Duke
Duke Cyril de Montfort?
His
I
own.
was merely being polite.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council. Did you see that
The band is still waiting for their refreshments.
Inquisitor, are you enjoying the ball? This is your first presentation at court, is it not? I am Lady Marcelette, court historian to Her Imperial Majesty.
What exactly does a court historian do?
I am responsible for the historical records of the court. I maintain our library and record all official proceedings.
Are you here to chronicle the events of the evening for posterity?
Oh, yes! This is a momentous occasion. The first meeting between the Grand Duke and Her Majesty since the war began. Even if, Maker forbid, the talks should fail, it is an important moment in the history of the Empire.
Good evening, Lady Marcelette.
Another time, perhaps.
Boring.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all. We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
JK. Yeah, no, I see the blood. I see the blood. Where do I go?
Are all the Delons?
I see.
It's here.
Maker, I hope not.
Quick. The Dazzles is going down. Not a huge fan. They stopped taking up 8 years though. Open variants. Anything else? No? No, we good.
That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
Gaspard
I don't really want to
is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Hera.
Well, that's useful.
Yes?
Another time, my lord.
Nothing. Did I already talk to you? My apologies.
Leave us.
You leave us.
That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Ooh, my favor. I'm going.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith. Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
I'm here on important business concerning the entire Empire.
As am I, it seems. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I hope so. I could use another ally here.
A sentiment I share, considering recent events.
Recent events?
Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Celine alone. Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough. For the moment. 'Twould be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine? Are you her bodyguard?
Do I seem a bodyguard to you? If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor, even if they knew otherwise. There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
Why did you kill the agent? He might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first. Why? Undoubtedly, I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret only that I could not capture him alive. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
Oh my god, it's been my favorite game in a long time. I'm sorry for that. Oh, just kidding.
My dear Maximilian, it took Lady Inquisitor.
I'd like your opinion of this gathering, milady.
It's doomed to fail, of course. Celine knows that. At least it should be amusing. We haven't had such a menagerie at court in living memory.
Have you noticed anything odd this evening?
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance, my dear. A shame. They are so pleasantly decorative.
Good evening, milady.
You're useless.
Mistress Nightingale.
Yeah.
So many crimes of fashion.
I found this out. I'm not...
This is good.
Yeah.
So many crimes of fashion. This is Halam Shiral, Inquisitor. Of course, everyone is wearing a mask. I learned this very young. All this, the smiles, for some of us, it has become so familiar that the steps may be performed in our sleep.
Have you seen it?
Oh, yes. Halam, but no sign of our Tevinter infiltrator, I'm afraid.
Who do you think the...
What we need most of all is a stable Orlais. Either Celine...
I should...
I always...
Mistress Nightingale.
Inquisitor, was there something you needed?
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
Not enjoying the attention, then?
Hardly. Anyway, yours... yours is the only attention worth having.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
Why would the Empress invite that elf woman?
Inquisitor,
A game, of
to what
course.
do we owe this
Selene
honor?
has something up
We
her
are
sleeve.
always delighted to speak with you, of course.
Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
Perhaps you could tell me something then. We haven't...
How rude.
Milady Inquisitor, may I present Lady Couteau? And Lady Colombe. And of course, Lady Fleur.
I'd like to know more.
Her Majesty has heard. She is respected and...
She doesn't care much for liver, and she drinks her tea black.
I'd like to know more about the negotiations. It seems...
The nobility must do... By Orlesian tradition,
while joyous occasions are...
We must never forget that... The ball is an opportunity to celebrate life and hope for the future, while we mourn those killed in the war. Gaspard is a decorated general. He is better suited to the battle.
He's also...
Lady Briella has great intentions to change.
Even if her plans could never work.
She is an idealist, but her lack of patience...
What is the Emperor...
Peace is her... Gaspard and...
The war must end tonight. We must conclude this to deal with the larger crisis.
Good evening.
Until...
Enjoy...
Hi, I'm gonna say real quick.
Is there something we may do for you? We do...
We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
My investigations turned up something interesting. Good evening.
Until...
Enjoy...
Y'all, I'm just saying, like, you just let me walk right up here and first.
My friend! You've been busily charming the court, I see.
We'll...
Another...
Duke Gaspard has made
Inquisitor? Was that really the Herald of Andraste?
I thought she'd be glowing. Is it true the Inquisitor was handed out of the Fate by Andraste?
I'm so glad Maman did not want to attend. She always ruins everything.
Alright, so I'm gonna stop here. I'll pick up tomorrow night, entering into the servants' quarters. I am unfortunately exhausted. So, thank you guys for coming and joining with me. Pardon me. Happy Thursday evening for the next couple of hours, and have a great Friday afternoon, and I will talk to you guys all later. Peace out, Boy Scouts.